This is the CASTA DIVA CD-W10V non-electric elongated smart bidet toilet. And just looking at it, you can already tell this isn't your typical toilet. It's got a modern, one-piece shape with smooth, rounded lines. Honestly, it fits right into any bathroom that wants a clean, stylish vibe. In my opinion, that's something a lot of people overlook when talking about toilets, but it really does matter. Before I go any further, I want to share my personal experience and thoughts on this model, especially because I had a few doubts before trying it out, and I know a lot of people get curious when they hear smart bidet toilet and non-electric in the same sentence. So the CASTA DIVA CD-W10V grabbed my attention for a couple of reasons. The first thing that stood out, it does not require electricity. That's right, no searching for an outlet in your bathroom, no worrying about running wires or fumbling with batteries. This was a huge plus for me, because honestly, not every bathroom is set up to handle fancy electric toilets, especially if you're living in an older space or a rental where you can't do too much renovation. Here's the neat part. Despite being non-electric, this toilet actually comes loaded with smart features that I found genuinely useful. From my experience installing it, it was pretty straightforward, but I have to mention that there was one hiccup. I actually had to pull it off and adjust my water inlet location because of the way my plumbing was set up. That's not the toilet's fault. Just something to double check before you start. All the mounting parts were included, and the overall instructions were clear enough that I didn't have to call in a professional. The toilet is floor mounted, so if you're already swapping out an older model, the transition is pretty smooth. Talking about key features, the flushing system was probably the thing I was most skeptical about. The CASTA DIVA toilet uses what's called an air pressure assisted flush, meaning there's a built-in system that compresses air to boost the water flow when you flush, even without electricity. I'd read some product descriptions before, but having used it, I can say the flush is actually powerful and efficient. It is officially rated for up to 1,000 grams on the MAP scale, which basically means it will handle flushing with less water, using about 1 gallon per flush. For anyone who doesn't know, that's pretty water efficient compared to older toilets. The soft open and close seat is another thing I probably wouldn't have cared about if I hadn't experienced how annoying seat slamming can be. Now, I really appreciate that it closes gently every time so you're not waking anyone up in the middle of the night. One cool thing is you get 2 ways to flush. There's a button on the top back corner and a foot kick pedal down near the base. The foot flush feature actually surprised me by how convenient it is, especially if your hands are full or you just want to keep things a little cleaner. Now about that bidet. This is right where this toilet makes its mark. If you haven't used a bidet before, basically, it's a way to clean yourself with water after using the bathroom, and once you try it, it's hard to go back. The CASTA DIVA CD-W10V's bidet system is non-electric, but still comes with dual retractable nozzles for both front and rear wash. The nozzles stay tucked away when not in use and shoot out when you activate them. It offers cold water cleaning only, which is something to note if you're used to heated seats or adjustable temperature in high-end electric models. But for folks like me, who want simple, straightforward cleanliness and less technology to worry about breaking down, it's just perfect. You control the water pressure with a little dial, and I think that's plenty. No complicated setup and nothing to mess with after you've got it going. The comfort level is really solid too. This model is A to Hieght, meaning it sits a bit higher off the ground than some standard toilets. If you or anyone in your family deals with mobility issues or just has trouble getting up and down, the added height makes things a lot easier. The elongated seat shape is also much more comfortable, especially for anyone spending a little extra time in the bathroom. It's little details like this, the way the seat feels, the way the flush works, the ease of cleaning, that make the difference over time. When I first read about the smart features, I thought a non-electric bidet toilet might have less to offer than the super high-end electric versions. But honestly, this model hits a sweet spot for me. With features like the soft closing lid and seat, dual flushing methods, and air-assisted power flush, it checks every practical box I can think of. There's even a nightlight built into the system, which is a small touch but makes late-night trips way more comfortable. I'd recommend this for anyone who's been curious about making the switch to a smart toilet or bidet combo, but doesn't want to rewire their bathroom. It works especially well in places where you either don't have access to a power outlet or just want to avoid extra energy use. It's eco-friendly, cutting back on water use, and skips the electricity entirely. From my experience, The overall cleanliness is just next level compared to regular toilets. Using the bidet feels way more hygienic, and because the nozzles are self-cleaning and made of stainless steel, I don't worry as much about upkeep. If I had one hesitation, it's that the lack of adjustable temperature might bother some people, especially during colder seasons. But personally, I didn't mind, given how easy everything else is. I've also noticed a lot of other people talking about initial installation being a little tricky, especially with the water connection. I agree, you do need to pay careful attention to where your water inlet is. That said, after that one-time adjustment, I haven't had any problems, and I really appreciate the reliability of a toilet that doesn't need electricity or constant maintenance. The compact design fits smaller bathrooms nicely, and it feels really solid, not something flimsy that'll start rattling after a few months. In conclusion, the CASTA DIVA CD-W10V non-electric elongated smart bidet toilet offers almost every comfort and convenience feature you'd want, but skips the hassle, risk, and expense of fancier electric options. For anyone on a budget or working with an older home, it's a standout. Switching to a non-electric bidet toilet seemed intimidating at first, but after using this model for a while, I'm glad I made the move. I hope this quick review made it easier for you to get what this product is about and why it might work for your bathroom too. I will update specific information about the CASTA DIVA CD-W10V non-electric elongated smart bidet toilet in the comments. Don't forget to catch my next video.